Have you been struggling on Crabbeard's quest line, trying so hard to get that Bermuda Triangle and just not being able to complete the quest fast enough, or you just can't complete them at all because they're very time consuming? Well, don't you worry, I'm going to show you guys an AFK method on pretty much how to complete every quest with Crabbeard without moving a finger. Now, it's going to require a good bit of steps, but I'm going to show you all the information and tell you everything you need to know about how to do this. So if you guys do enjoy this video, then make sure to smash the like button and click the subscribe button as well to support the channel, because I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you really enjoy pet catchers, trading, and or entering giveaways, then make sure to join my Discord server by clicking the link in the description down below. Also, one more thing before we get into this video, and you guys should already know what time it is challenge giveaway time. So one lucky winner out there is going to have a chance to win a shiny royal fish bowl. The way to do this challenge, all you got to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and find this little guy throughout the video. Now, it's not going to be the same image I use all the time. This is actually going to be a different one because you guys are just way too good at these challenges, so I gotta find different ways to make them a lot harder. But once you find this little guy throughout the video, all you gotta do is post the timestamp, where he's located, and your Roblox username all in the comment section down below. Like I said before, there is only one winner, so best of luck to you all and happy searching. Now, enough yapping, let's get into the video. Now, before we get into this method and I show you how it works, there's gonna be some stuff that you need before you can even start it, and make sure that you're doing it properly. The first thing that's definitely required is you need to make sure that you have King Slime, Kraken, and Hypercore all at level 20, because having them at level 20 is going to be eventually a quest requirement. So then if you don't have them, you won't be able to complete that quest. So like I said, you just got to make sure that King Slime, Kraken, and Hypercore are all at level 20. Now, another thing that you're definitely going to need is a bunch of respawn tomes. So if you don't have a bunch of respawn tomes, then unfortunately you won't be able to do this properly, because there is a lot of boss fighting quests throughout the mix of Crabbeard's quest line. So having respawn tomes is definitely required. Now, obviously you can just wait for the cooldown to end and fight him that way, but other than that, if you want to do it faster, then respawn tomes is the way to go. Now, the last and final thing you're going to need for this method is the fast travel menu over here in the extra section. So if you want to know how to get this map icon where you can fast travel anywhere without a beacon, you just go to Royal Hall, go into the talent section, and then it'll be right here in the middle with the little map. Make sure you have this, because if you do not, then this method will not work for you. Also, totally forgot to mention that this method only works for PC users only, and it's going to require a program called TinyTask. Pretty sure a lot of you should already know what TinyTask is. You just look up TinyTask, download it. Now, make sure it's a trustworthy site. It's a free program as well, and it's not bannable, so do not worry. But it's going to look a little something like this. So this is what TinyTask is. Now, once you have TinyTask downloaded and all that types of stuff, all you got to do is go down here to Preferences, and then set your recording hotkey and playback hotkey. Now, you can set these to anything that you possibly want. It does not matter. And then just make sure your play speed is set to 1 times. And then also make sure this is checked so it does not disappear when you click back onto Roblox. Now, I'm not actually going to be showing you guys how to set it up and everything like that. This actually comes from a good friend of mine that actually showed me this method, and that's my good friend Jake, aka Mulch Lover 10. Never thought I'd say that sentence, but that is his name. Check him out. His Twitter is down below in the description. He made a short video for us, pretty much showing all the steps to do it, what to do in the order to do it in, and then pretty much how it works as well when it comes down to, you know, fighting the bosses, and then going to each and every area to defeat the enemies that you need to do for the quest. As you can see, we got the video pulled up here, so let's press play and get on into it. As you can see, he starts out in Hyperwave Arcade, which you do not need to, and then you head over to the map icon. Make sure to click this a good amount of times to make sure you go back to Atlantis. So this is where you're going to start out. Now, once you teleport into Atlantis, you're going to teleport at the beacon, obviously, and you're still going to have this camera angle. Now, you need to make sure that you do not move your camera whatsoever, because if you do, it will actually interrupt the recording. You'll probably go over yonder somewhere and maybe wake up and be in a corner, I don't know, huddling up or something. But either way, just make sure you do not mess with your camera angle. So as you can see, he teleports here. He's going to walk forward, walk left, back, completely to the anglerfish right, and then he's just going to stand there and defeat all the anglerfish. So now that he defeated all the anglerfish, he's now going to head over to the map icon, and now he's going to teleport to Magma Basin. So he did double click, teleport, and now he's in Magma Basin. So he's going to go back, left, and then right on the molten crabs. Now he's also going to go left a little bit more just to get the other spawns that happen with the molten crabs, then go over a little bit more, and then he's going to defeat all of them. And now that they are fully defeated, he's going to teleport to Gloomy enemy grotto. He's going to do the same thing in the same process for pretty much every world. You just need to record it properly. Like I said, he still has the same camera angle. He's moving back and forth and going over to where the enemies are located. So as you can see, he's already defeated anglerfish, molten crabs, mutated slimes. He's going to skip dusty dunes. He's going to head on over to Sunset Shores now and defeat the crabs. So as you can see, boom, look at that. He goes straight over left, past the upgrades, up, left, and then right on over to the crabs. Now he's going to sit here for a little bit and defeat all the crabs. So now he's in Frosty Peaks. So there we go. He backs up just to defeat the armored snowmen. So once he's done with all the armored snowmen, he's now going to head on over to Auburn Woods. Now he's going to be defeating the slimes there. So once he defeats all the slimes here, he's actually going to head back over to Frosty Peaks just by moving his avatar. So he's heading on over to where the normal snowmen are, and then he's going to defeat them like this. So once he actually defeats them all, he's now going to head and start on the boss fights. So he's going to teleport back to Auburn because, well, that's where the first boss fight is, which is King Slime. He's going to move his character right, down, right, completely over, and now he's going to fight the boss. So now once he enters the boss fight, it's going to get a little tricky. So now what he does, instead of taking, all that damage, getting defeated, or just having to worry about the boss defeating you, you won't have to worry about that whatsoever. You won't even take a single hint of damage. So what you're going to do here is once you enter the boss, he's going to take his mouse completely to the top above the boss's health bar, and he's going to jump and hold right click, and it's going to freeze his character. So as you can see, he moved his mouse completely up here, he jumped, and he is now completely frozen. Now you're probably thinking the game froze, he's not going to be able to defeat the boss, what does this even do? He's pretty much freezing your point of view of looking into the game, but the game is still running and defeating the King Slime. So as you can see, I'm going to unpause here, he's going to be completely frozen still, and the boss is going to be defeated. So he's going to sit here, boom, there you go, the boss has been defeated, and he unfroze and got all the rewards that you need. So now he's going to move his mouse down to claim, click claim, and then head on over to the map. So map once again, now he's going to head on over to Sunset Shores. And once you head on over to Sunset Shores, he's going to do that pathing he pretty much did for the crabs, but now he's going to head on over to the Kraken. So there we go, he headed over to the Kraken, and look at his mouse once again, he's going to move it to the complete top right above the Kraken's health bar. So there it goes, jump and hold right click, and boom, he froze his screen. So he's just going to freeze a little bit, boom, he unfreezes, and the Kraken has been defeated. There we go, he just clicks claim one last time, and that's pretty much everything to it. So once you teleport to any beacon pretty much, you will get that same camera angle. So I'll show you guys quickly on what the camera angle looks like. Like I said, you definitely do not want to move off it. So you just teleport and boom, you have that angle. So you can just move around like he did, back here and then over here, and then boom, start defeating these guys, and then do the same exact process. Now, if you didn't understand the whole boss freezing thing, don't worry, I'm going to show you guys quickly on how to do it. So if you're in full screen mode of Roblox, you're going to get this little pop down thing that says Roblox. You can't do it this way. You got to make sure that your game, if you do get this, is not in full screen to where you have a white border. So now what you're going to do is head on into a boss fight. Doesn't matter which one. So I'm going to head in here. And like I said before, all you're going to do is right when the boss counter stops, you're just going to jump and hold right click on that little white bar. So as you can see, I'm holding right click. My screen is completely frozen, not taking any damage. And then once I unfreeze or pretty much drop the right click, then the boss is probably going to be defeated. Now let's see if the boss is defeated. Is he defeated? And he's defeated. So as you can see, boom, we're good to go. We didn't take a single hint of damage, and we defeated the boss just by freezing the whole boss fight. So pretty easy and simple. That's how you do it, and it should definitely make doing quests a lot faster. Now, one thing you also want to do throughout this recording, or before you even start the recording, you're going to need to make sure that the bosses have already been defeated. And like I said, you need respawn tomes, but just make sure the boss has been defeated, because once you walk up to a boss fight, you're going to see the respawn token icon. You're going to need to click this during your recording, and it will do this for all the bosses. So just do it for one. And then once you click this, then you just click respawn and then go down here to start, and then it'll automatically respawn the bosses for you, and you should have no problem with defeating them. Now also, with the whole boss freezing thing, you need to make sure you do that during your recording as well. So if you have a pretty strong team and you do a lot of damage, then you should probably only hold right click on the top bar for only a couple seconds. Now if you have a pretty weak team and you don't do a lot of damage, then you're probably gonna have to freeze your screen for like maybe 10 to 15 seconds depending on how much damage you do. You're gonna have to test that out yourself, but just freeze your screen on how many seconds you think that you can actually defeat the boss in. Also, the last and final thing, to do this the most accurate way and the best way as possible, you're going to need to start in this exact order that I pretty much showed you in the video, but you need to start in this exact order. So it's going to be anglerfish, molten crabs, mutant slimes, crabs, armored snowmen, slimes, snowmen, king slime, kraken, hypercore. Once you defeat the hypercore, you're going to stop your recording and then you just complete the process all over again. But you need to make sure you start in that order because it's going to mess around, and then you teleporting is going to mess up as well from how many, clicks you do and all that types of stuff. So you just need to make sure you start in Atlantis, head on down to Magma Basin, then Gloomy Grotto, and after Gloomy Grotto, you're going to skip Dusty Dunes, head to Sunset Shores, then Frosty Peaks, then Auburn Woods, and then from Auburn Woods, you're going to head on over to the Snowmen, and then you're going to teleport from Frosty Peaks again back to Auburn Woods, and then you're going to defeat the King Slime there, head back to Sunset Shores, and then head on over to Hyperwave Arcade, and then boom, the process is done, and then you just repeat the same thing. But that is how you AFK Crabbeard's quest. He also told me that he was able to complete 20 quests, I think, after just, a night of sleep, but you could probably complete a lot more if you're paying attention to it. Maybe it messed up throughout the night, or it just depends on how much damage you do as well. But either way, if you do a lot of grinding throughout the day, and you just want to, AFK do the quest, this would be the best way to do it. So I really hope this video did help you out, and a huge shout out to Jake again for helping me with this video and pretty much showing me the whole process. So like I said, a huge thanks to him once again. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully you found it helpful. If you guys have any questions regarding this video and or pet catchers in general, then let me know in the comment section down below. Without further ado, this is the end of the video, so make sure to smash the like button, click the subscribe button, and click the notification bell to never miss an upload. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.